I'm off on a trip on Friday with Coaster Breaks and a little bit on my own as well to Scandinavia, and I'm going to be riding loads of really cool roller coasters across Drevliet, Lekaren, Heidi Park, Hansa Park, Diger Sommerland, Farup Sommerland, Liseberg, Kolmarden, Groneland and Linnanmakki. These are some of the parks that I've wanted to go to for so long, and I'm super excited to finally ride all the coasters here. This video, I'm going to count down what I anticipate will be the best rides on the trip, so I can go back and shit all over my own opinions after I've been. Surprisingly, I'm including this coaster. I wasn't planning to, because it's a Mack. But when I was researching this and I was looking at actually some of the POVs, the off-rides of this coaster, Helix actually looks pretty good. I'm not going to say, oh, it's going to be the best coaster on the trip. No. But the layout looks quite good and the setting looks quite good. Maybe, just maybe, I will actually like this coaster. I really hope it, I really hope it blows me away. Let's see though. Lynette, it's a pretty safe bet. You know, I liked Anubis at Plopsaland when I rode it on my last tour, so I don't see this coaster being that much different to Anubis. The launch looks good, the layout looks okay. It's a Gertschauer, so I won't mind the trains or the restraints. Everything about it kind of just says it's going to be a very middle of the park coaster, nothing crazy, but nothing amazing as well. But you know, every park needs that kind of coaster, plus it's not the standout coaster at Farup Sommerland, so if it gets into any high position, then that's a win, right? Yeah, call me insane, pun intended, for putting Insane this high, but I do think Insane is going to be one of the best rides on the trip. I really like the S&S free spins. I do hate the rollerballs though. So it's 50-50, but I think I'm going to like this coaster. This coaster looks really good, and it's a Zach spin, and I'm Zach Coaster, so if I could make it happen, I would have hit a milestone here. But as far as I'm aware, I'm going to hit the milestone of 550 in Linnanmakki in Finland and not at Groneland. But if it does come that I end up hitting it at Groneland, then it's going to be on the Zach spin. So yeah, mediocre coaster, but I think I'm really going to enjoy it. Sticking with the theme of Intamin, it is Piraten at Diger's Sommerland. It's a mega light. You know, mega lights are kind of seen as a great coaster, just not particularly like a standout. But I think Piraten is the standout for Diger's, because the lineup at Diger's Sommerland is actually kind of weak when you sit back and look at it. But I do think Piraten could definitely blow me away. It looks like a really strong coaster with some good moments of airtime, very fast pacing, and its T-bar restraints, which you can't go wrong with. I absolutely love Intamin T-bars. Intamin T-bars again, because it's Boulder at Liseberg. Looks awesome. I can't fault it. It looks like a good wooden coaster, even if it is a mini T-Express. On the original take for this bit of the voiceover, I said it copy T-Express, but I'm actually pretty sure T-Express opened after Boulder, so maybe T-Express copied Boulder? Anyway, looks really good. It looks like a really solid coaster, and definitely going to be the better coaster at Liseberg. I can tell you that without even riding Helix. Although that statement's going to be really funny if I enjoy Helix and come back and have to take it back. But there's plenty of time for that. Boulder looks awesome, and it's going to be a really exciting ride to get on. Good airtime. To be fair, that's about it. The corners will probably be crap, like T-Express. Another Intamin prefab in Colossus at Heidi Park. Now this one, I think will be better than Boulder. A more creative layout, better theming, and the drop looks insane. However, there is a Helix on it that I think looks a bit meh. I think that's all I can say about the Helix. The rest of the layout though looks really good. Once again, Intamin T-bars, comfortable restraints that give loads of airtime, and it's an Intamin prefab. Intamin prefabs are one of the most consistently good coaster types, even if there is only a few of them. And Intamin are the best manufacturer of wooden coasters, and I don't care what anyone else says about that statement, because every time I say it I get ripped, but I seriously think they are the best wooden manufacturer, which is why I'm so excited to get on Colossus, which is just bigger Wicker Man really. I remember watching a POV of this coaster literally the day it opened, and I went, wow, that looks really cool, I want to ride it. And now I finally am going to ride it. Fønix at Far Up Summerland looks incredible. Great colour scheme, great layout, looks really fast paced, awesome airtime. And it's just a new gen Vekoma, and how wrong can you go with a new gen Vekoma? Because everyone that I've been on has been great, especially Abyssus. But even to be fair, even more Lek. Lek is the best one so far, in my top 5 still. So yeah, Fønix really exciting. The drop looks solid, that first loop thingy, loop stall, yeah. And the way it transitions out of that into the next element is just the prime example of how new gen Vekomas flow so well, which is what makes them feel like such good layouts, even if they're in a smaller space, a little bit like this one. The big Gertschlauer that I have been so scared to Google because there is a spoiler somewhere. I don't know what the spoiler is still. I've managed to go in spoiler free, which is absolutely incredible. I'm going to actually make a prediction on what the spoiler is. Purely because it's indoors. I know it's on the inside section of the ride. So if I'm going to have to actually guess, I'm probably going to say it's a drop track or something similar to what Voltron does, the Voltron spoiler at the start. Maybe. Other than that, I've got no guesses of what they could fit indoors that is so incredible, people gatekeep it. If that makes sense to you. I can't predict it really. So that aside, let's focus on what I can see, and that is the outdoor layout, which looks mental. It looks so big, so fast. Whippy transitions, inversions, and the whole thing just does not look like a Gertschlauer, in the best way possible. Europe's only full wooden RMC, and the only RMC in Europe that, from looking at a video of, makes me think, wow, that's going to compete with Zardra, Steel Vengeance, Pakage, any RMC you can name. This looks like it should be in that conversation to me. Obviously, it might disappoint me massively, but I do know someone that went quite recently and said it was absolutely hauling through its layout. So I hope Rob's right, because if it goes as fast as it was in the videos he sent me, I could absolutely see myself loving Wildfire. Plus, it's a proper wooden coaster that goes upside down and drops 187 feet off of a cliff. What else could you want? Because this thing looks mental. Obviously, it's going to have RMC restraints, which aren't fantastic, but I still have a lot of hope. And finally, number 1, the main coaster that excites me is Taiga. Intamin are great at building multi-launches. GCE, Taran, the other one, Tutatis, all of them are fantastic. And Taiga looks to have a better layout than the ones I've just mentioned. So I'm super excited to ride this. Plus the colour scheme, the trains, and the setting. It looks awesome. Everything about it, I just feel it's going to be the best coaster on this trip by about a mile. Anyway, that is the end of this video. It's been a very short, quick-fire, rushed video because I want to get it out before I go, so I can come back after the trip and I can shit all over my own opinions when something random is the best coaster on the trip and it isn't Taiga. Or if I like Helix, I can laugh at myself and not thinking I like it. Thank you guys for watching. Hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video that I make after this trip.